So I wanted to talk about something a little bit different today. I noticed when it comes to a certain sector of YouTube, I don't really know what to call it, but I mean, it's young individuals, young adults, or whatever. So, hi, I'm Allicia, i.e., Allicia J, the walking, talking baby doll, and hopefully I'm here to give you a good day or a better day. Okay. So, or like in their 20s or 20 something, going through experiences of, like, I guess, insecurities and not feeling picked, not feeling chosen, rejected, ghosted. And I just want to put a disclaimer. I am not here to invalidate your experiences. That's not what this is about. It's just more of like analyzing what you guys are saying in a nutshell. And sometimes I fit into the same, I guess, feelings. And, I think it's a normal part of life. It just feels like it's not, because of the betrayal of how the way that we see things on the internet nowadays. People don't really show you these feelings and these emotions and vulnerabilities, and when you do, you're like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one, So I think really a lot of people from different generations have also gone through this. Like, it's not just our generation or anything like that, or younger generations. I think it's just the thing about, it's growing pains, But one of the things that I noticed about I'm gonna speak from the women's perspective, is when they talk about, I guess sometimes in the men's perspective too, when they talk about like not having pretty privilege, okay, and what have been some setbacks from not having conventional attractiveness, or there's different types of attractiveness, but they can't seem to find one that just works for them, maybe, I guess, and what it feels like to be a part of a society that doesn't choose you, pick you, whatever. Not invalidating nobody's experiences, but, on the opposite side of that, definitely consider the halo effect when it comes to people that you think has pretty privilege, exudes attractiveness and stuff like that. Definitely consider how the halo effect may make you perceive their life as something that is actually not. And it could be similar to things that you go through as well. But I'm going to get off of that. So I notice every time in these topics, there's always a discussion of lack of opportunities, being unheard, being ignored in spaces or rooms, things like that. So I don't know if Exoticals United has put a term on this, but I'm going to go ahead and put a term on this. I'm going to call it dating privilege, because when it gets down to the nitty gritty of what I'm hearing over and over, that takes over majority of the video, is not necessarily about jobs. Like, I'll hear all these keywords: opportunities, going out, being ignored in spaces, being rejected, or whatever. But the main focus of the videos is lack of dating, and where you're going to go or be with that in the next couple of years or so. And I think, to sum it all up, what you're really worried about when it comes to pretty privilege, what people are really worried about, is they want dating privilege. You just want dating like a lot of these videos that I hear about, a lot of you want dating privilege or social privilege of some type. Like, you want social privilege, social I hate to use the word social validation, but it is a thing. And not on like some desperate stuff, but it's good every now and again to feel like your community or the people that you put yourself around really see what you bring to the table, really value you and nurture you, and you nurture them back. And I think a lot of people, whether you have pretty privilege or not, are experiencing the same thing because it's just a weird time period in general. And more difficult for some of us, especially since the Vaseline 19 happened in 2020, and saying that to have to censor things, but yeah, I think you guys really just want dating privilege, and that's okay. I've made a video, what was the video called? I think something about like why I quit dating, or why dating is the way it is nowadays. But I mean, you could go back and listen to that, and you could also hear how I feel about it, and I actually have an extended for that gets a little bit more juicy and personal. But even if you don't listen to the extended, you kind of get the gist of like, I feel the same way too. It's sometimes, but it's, you really just want to be able to date whoever. Like okay, just hands down, I'm guessing a lot of you might have at least a good 2 friends from most of the videos that I've listened to, because you're going out in clubs or going out in places, which just sounds like a bonus, but it feels like something within your social privilege is slightly not there or missing. And most of us feel like that, I guess in our 20s, because we see everybody else kind of just falling into, like, I guess our more like instinctual human nature. You find a person, you love them, or y'all date, and your life starts to take on different chapters. And I think for this time and space, the 2020s, or no, it kind of started to shift. Maybe this whole social media, as soon as social media came in play, that's when like dating and stuff started changing. And if you are a girl watching this, I do highly recommend you go and watch that other video where I was talking about why dating is the way it is now, because I didn't even realize I had an epiphany looking at other people's videos. And one girl, she mentioned how these dating apps have actually made guys more of like socialized to feel like they are the ones that have to be chased in a way. And I all of these different weird things, and the feeling like there's so many options and all these kind of things like this makes dating difficult in general. So sometimes it's not you, boo. It's not you. But I think sometimes what we have to do is, like, it's good sometimes to record yourself and how you feel about something and replay it and ask, like, what are you really searching for? What really is the core nature of the problem? And I think it's just a lot of people searching for you're trying to extend yourself, and this is normal, there's nothing wrong with that, but you're expanding. You're in a point in your life where you're wanting to expand and collab with others, and there's so many ways to do that. But in these videos, the main way that I'm hearing that most people rely on, or we're socialized to kind of think about first, is dating. And I mean, that's the easiest way to, I guess, have a bunch of many experiences from one person, right? And I guess that's why we put romantic relationships above like all of them, which really isn't fair. But I mean, if you just hear the conversations y'all are kind of, stirring up and talking about, the lack of privilege, a lot of it has to do with social. You want social currency? That's fine. You want social power? That's fine. But you also want dating power. And if you would focus on how to attain dating power with what you already have and working with, that is where you'll probably start to not have this issue of feeling like you're not chosen and stuff. And everybody's journey is going to be different with figuring that out. I mean, if you want to get a dating coach, if you want to shoot some ideas through therapy, or say, go to therapy and say, like, this is the main thing I want to work on, I don't know, but you might just need more direction or guidance than other people, and that is okay. If you don't want to do anything about it and you're frustrated with it and you want to be you want to be child free and not married, because you're just kind of tired of the nonsense, that's okay too. If you're just saying, hey, I'm gonna chill back, and if it comes, it comes, that's okay too. But I think it's dating privilege. Dating and social privilege is what most people, or social currency, I guess, is what most people really put at the top. And you have to decide what privileges you put at the top. Because I don't think it's that you need to be attractive. I think it's you need to feel wanted, feel just adorned in some area of your life. And you might assume that, it's dating and social relationships, but it might be from your working career. It might be from spending more time with your family. But it could be like finding a new hobby or passion and being pat on the back, or having awards for some type of sport that you know how to play or whatever. It's up to you to find these things and revisit some of these things that you used to do that gave you that social currency. Because if you don't, you're going to feel like your lack of privileges are just kind of like the decline. But the goal is like to just keep moving in life and work on the incline. And I just wanted to mention that it is possible, because we all know or seen people who don't have conventional attraction, but they have tons of guys, tons of girls, tons of friends. I mean, they use other parts of their personality, or maybe they don't use their personality. Maybe they use things that are like external versions of their personality, how they dress, how they maybe they're artsy, how they express themselves through their music, their other hobbies and work ethics. So yeah, I mean, it's possible, if that makes sense. So I don't know, that was just an analysis, and we could talk about it in the comments. We could debate about it in the comments. Tell me what you think about dating privilege, social currency, and attaining maybe like power in some of these aspects strongly. But this video is just to say that I think that that's the core of what is needed to soothe you. And it might not be, you might be directing it at dating, but it can come from some other place that's easier for you to attain that social currency and that thing, until the dating just kind of naturally happens. But yeah, I don't know, I don't have anything else to say about this. And I hope you like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.